we're gonna go ahead and attempt to take this bolt off. Right there on the passenger side. And if it doesn't come off, brought the big guns with us. Alright, that's not coming off. Finally. Alright, once you get the fill plug out, then you can start. Now we know that we're going to be able to refill it. Get your fill plug here. And then your drain bolt there. Alright, so you're gonna let that drain, and once that's done, you put your drain plug back in, tying it up, and then you're gonna come back up here. You're gonna come back up here, and this is where you're gonna fill it from. You can just use the bottle, you don't need to use the hose or anything like that. Just gonna hold the bottle up right here with the nozzle in here, and you're gonna fill it back up until it begins to slowly drip out. You don't want it to flow out, then that means it's too much. Once it's just dripping out, then you're filled up. It should take about 3.3 quarts, and then you can go ahead and put the fill bolt back in, and then you're all done. I'm going to take it a step further. I'm going to take the cover off and I'm going to replace the gasket. Alright, if you want to take it a step further from the from just servicing it, we're going to replace the gasket on here, and I've already got the new one. Here what we're going to do is remove all these bolts. There's 14 bolts, and they're all 13 millimeter. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come up here, and you have these lines, and your brake lines here that are mounted to it. There's one right here, and there's one right here. You don't actually have to do anything physical with the lines. You just need to remove these, and then just pull them out of the way a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Time also to check your gears and make sure that there's no damage to any of the splines here. There's no broken pieces, nothing like that. More than likely they'll be here at the bottom anyways. And yeah, as you can see, there's a magnet here. I'm gonna grab a flashlight so I can show you guys that better. And if you look here, bottom, right where the light's shining, there's a magnet. And it's on there, it doesn't come off. Alright, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and work on the outside here and get rid of all this old gasket material, and then we'll come back. Got the new gasket. Alright, so we got everything all cleaned up. As you can see around the edges here, it's all clean. And then we went ahead and cleaned the diff cover. So if you're using a gasket for this, the easiest way to do it is to place the gasket on it like that, and then just put a couple bolts in just to hold it as you put it on. But it's not too hard, so you can just line it up by hand. And just make sure it's in place, and then just go ahead and do a couple screws by hand. And then you're going to bring your brake lines back down. Slide those into place. Alright, now what we're going to do is go ahead and go through all these, and we're going to torque them down. Alright, so I got my torque wrench here, and these cover bolts are going to be torqued down to 35 foot-pounds. Alright, and we're going to do it in a crisscross pattern. The drain plug under here and the fill plug up top are both torqued down to 24 foot-pounds. So both the plugs 24 foot-pounds, and then the cover bolts are going to be 35 foot-pounds. All right, we got bottle number 2. All right, this is bottle number 3. And we know it's full because, as you can see here, it's dripping out. Once you have that done, you just clean it up and you're all done. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and let me know in the comments down below. We'll be happy to answer them for you. But other than that,